I'm Janelle Selden-Holtmeyer, Associate Editor of Modern Distribution Management, and today I'm talking with Erik Fyrwald, President and CEO of Univar, a global distributor of chemistry. Hi Erik, how are you today?
Good, how are you, Janelle?
I'm doing well. So, in general, how's business been lately?
It's slowly improving, and there's a lot of variation in that slowly improving statement. Parts of the world are coming along, and parts of the world are very slow. And there are certain segments that are going faster than others, but overall it's slow and steady improvement.
What's the outlook for the rest of 2013?
I would say for continued improvement. There are certain areas that are doing very well. North American oil and gas is one area that we're growing nicely. Housing and automotive in the U.S., which is important for us in the coatings business and other chemistries that we provide to those industries. The personal care business is good for us around the world. We've seen surprising growth in Mexico. Mexico is doing very well since the election of the new president. Seems to be off to a great start. We continue to see good growth in the Middle East, and surprisingly we hear a lot of concerns about China, but we are experiencing very good growth in China again this year. The biggest challenge we have is in Europe. Economies in Europe, very slow growth, some better than others. Germany is okay, but a number of countries, particularly in Southern Europe, where we're seeing negative growth right now. But overall, the world is improving.
Well, that's good to hear. Are you seeing any particular areas where you're targeting for more opportunity?
Yes, we like North America. We think that the political stability, we wish that Washington would be more helpful, but overall the economy is coming back, slower than we would like, but it's coming back. The oil and gas sector is very strong, and we think that's going to continue to be strong as this shale revolution unfolds. We see lots of opportunity for our company in providing chemistry to the oil and gas industry itself, and then all the benefits downstream of a strong oil and gas sector in this country that provides a lower cost base for producing chemicals, which are both supplied to us from our suppliers that produce in the U.S., but also an opportunity for us to sell into the chemical manufacturers because they need chemistries into their manufacturing, but also a number of downstream industries because of that advantaged energy situation are growing better in the U.S., whether it's chemicals or coatings or adhesives or other downstream chemical businesses. But also with the natural gas, the lower price of natural gas in the U.S., the electric utility industry is advantaged, and therefore a lot of industries that rely on electricity we see as growing faster in the U.S. than other parts of the world. So we're bullish on North America, the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, and are investing here to take advantage of that.
Well, I know on a global scale, we've seen several countries face differing levels of economic troubles in the past few years. You've already mentioned Europe being very slow, but how has that impacted business overall at Univar?
Well, it's caused us to make sure that our strategies are reflecting the reality of the world today, and that we're shifting our resources to where the best opportunities are, not only for today, but looking into the future. So that's why we're investing more in North America, continue to invest heavily in China. China, although it's no longer growing 10 or 11%, it's growing 7%. 7% is still a great growth rate relative to the rest of the world. So we continue to invest in China. Brazil has taken a pause. The economy there is not growing as fast as it was in the last number of years, but we continue to be bullish about the future of Brazil because of the strength in agriculture, oil and gas, mining, industries that are important to us. And so we will continue to invest in Brazil, although less so than North America and China right now. And in Europe, we are driving very hard on cost reduction and productivity. Now, there are certain areas in Europe that we continue to see as very attractive, like personal care and food ingredients. And so we are adding resources in those areas, but we're significantly increasing our productivity or reducing our cost structure in a number of parts of Europe. Middle East, on the other hand, we continue to see with the oil and gas industry as another bright spot that we will invest in, as well as in parts of Africa that we see improving over time.
Have you introduced any new initiatives in order to respond to this variety of economic troubles, or is it really just continuing that investment in the areas where you see the opportunities?
We've made a number of choices about where we invest and where we de-invest or get significantly more productive, and we're pushing harder on the productivity so that in any economic scenario that we continue to do well. So investing in geographies, investing in certain market areas, oil and gas, personal care as examples, food ingredients as examples, across a range of geographies around the world because we see opportunities globally, and then driving productivity very aggressively so that we can not only afford to make those investments, but also be able to perform well even in continued challenging economic environment, which very well may occur.
Okay. So this last question we have for you is one that we ask of everyone we feature in this segment, and that's what keeps you awake at night? In other words, what 3 things should executives and managers be keeping front of mind right now?
Well, first of all, it's about talent. People say that, and it's easy to say, but you've got to live it. And what keeps me up at night is making sure that we are retaining our best talent, developing them for continued success, and where we have gaps, hiring great talent, and making sure that all that talent is developed, rewarded, motivated with us, and driving us forward. And then the second thing and the third thing, for us being a distributor, is building and never losing a fanatical focus on both our customers and our suppliers. If we get into trouble anywhere in the world, it's because we've taken our eye off of making sure that we bring more to customers and more to our suppliers that provide us the products to take to our customers than any of our competition. As long as we've got the right talent and we are fanatically focused on serving customers and suppliers better than our competition, we will thrive in any economic scenario, and that's what we've got to do. And not doing that as well as we can is what keeps me up at night.
Well, I hope you start sleeping pretty well. So
I do too.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Erik.
Thank you, Janelle. Nice to talk to you.